What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and what if I told you there was a mysterious creature roaming around the Fortnite island right now in-game that just kind of vanishes whenever you get close to it? I know that sounds a little odd. It sounds like a Fortnite creepypasta or something, but it is something that is actually going on the Fortnite island. If you've been paying attention to leaks and news, or even if you're one of the lore enthusiasts out there, you may have heard of a character which is just a hooded figure known simply as the Wanderer, which people feel is going to be important to the Fortnite storyline in the near future. I mean, even if we look at the storyline quest right here, as you can see, part 3 is available right now called Enter the Nitrodome, and part 4 is going to be P-Boys Incorporated, but the final part 6, when it releases in the game, is literally called Beware the Wanderer. So there's this creature known as the Wanderer who's currently roaming around and being mentioned all over the place, but now he's kind of like a built-in creepypasta, because as you can see by this image on screen right now, this cloaked shadowy figure can spawn in-game in these different locations, but it doesn't just spawn there. It's not like you can interact with them or anything else, which is why in today's YouTube video, I want to go ahead and hop into a bot lobby and try finding the Wanderer so you guys can see how mysterious this creature actually is. Now, regarding, other lore stuff like what is the Wanderer, should we be worried about this character, is it important to the storyline or whatever else, while I'm unable to give you guys definitive answers because we don't really have anything in the files that tell us it does appear that whatever is going on with the storyline recently is all building up on top of itself now, and everything from chapter 5 kind of connects in a linear pattern. I mean, as you guys remember, we had Hope in that skin and all that type of stuff going on, and then we got Pandora's box. We had a whole entire Greek season. Then from the Greek season, Pandora's box was brought back up and brought us into this season, and the Wanderer has been mentioned basically throughout all of chapter 5, so it's starting to feel like whatever storyline is being built up here, whatever they're teasing at with the Wanderer is going to be continuing into the next season, and it will continue building up throughout the entirety of chapter 5. Whether chapter 6 ends up making us have a new story to follow, or we continue following the one we've had built up now, is to be seen, but it is something very interesting to see how they've kind of shifted the whole entire Fortnite's narrative storytelling. But yeah, it is something that does seem to be built up. Oh, it actually is right there. Okay, there's the Wanderer. Can we ping him or anything? Oh, yep, as you can see right there, he kind of like disappears as you get closer to him, and he kind of just walks around, right? So if we run over here, right here, he's gone. You can't interact with him, you can't pickaxe him or anything, you can't even ping him, but if we run a decent amount away, you can actually see that he is right there. Even if we zoom in, I think he's not going to like change his opacity or anything else, but wait, is he gone? Wait, is he in the building? Where'd he go? Hold on, wait. Is he just gone like that? Did he just wander away that quickly from me? I didn't even get a chance to talk about what he was doing. All right, well, I wasn't expecting it to kind of just pop up right there at the very start of the video, but this is something that's kind of been going on. There are those different locations that I showed you guys at the start of the video. I just went to this one because I assumed, maybe you'd be able to see it real quickly, and we did. So we're going to go over to another location as well and see if we can get them to pop up over there. But this is literally what the Wanderer is. It's this weird cloaked figure that doesn't have a face or anything, despite having bones for facial animations and everything, meaning most likely in the future when he's fully revealed, we'll have a full body, full face mesh and everything else to go with it, but he is something that you can only see from a distance and ends up disappearing whenever you get too close, and will just kind of wander away from you kind of to begin with, right? So it's not like you'll be able to see him forever anyways. But I want to try seeing if we can find him at any of the other locations, or if he's just going to be at that one location, like that one sighting's it for this match. But I really think it's interesting to see how they're building up the characters nowadays, right? Because Hope's being mentioned. I mean, we just heard Hope's voice line again, which means, Hope is definitely one of the important characters for just chapter 5 in general. It's like the icon of battle royale at this point or something, but it is interesting to see how they're starting to change their storytelling and stuff in the post Donald Mustard era, which maybe that's weird to say or something, in order to make this whole entire storyline sound fluent in a new way. It's like at one point I don't know what's really going on with the storyline. I don't feel like the storyline is connected to things we've seen before, but at the same time it does feel like there is a lot more connections being made to the story nowadays instead of loose little ties to things we've seen before. And this isn't me dissing how the story was written before or anything like that. It is just kind of me pointing out how it seems they've shifted their storytelling mechanics to make it more fluent or make more sense in general with the whole landscape of how Battle Royale actually works. And it makes me curious how this is going to build up to future chapters, and even if this means that since they're kind of having previous seasons match future storylines and everything else and continue being fluent throughout everything going on, if we end up seeing Fortnite OG Part 2, you know, with the Chapter 2 theme and everything else, ending up being something where you're able to actually have it match the Chapter 5 storyline as well, and it leads us into whatever is going on with Chapter 6 with all the memories still intact of everything going on. You know, maybe we could even have Hope in Chapter 6 as well, and just have her be like one of the main storyline characters, similar to how Jonesy is one of the main storyline characters for Battle Royale, and how Jonesy is kind of like the face of Fortnite in general, right? We could have Hope being the face of Battle Royale. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about the Wanderer, how they're actually pulling this off right now, and if you think that there's going to be any changes down in the future in order to make this NPC a little bit more cooler, or is it always just going to be the shadowy figure that Epic Games decides just to write out later down the line and be like, hey, you saw it for now, but next time, buckaroo, he's not going to be there anymore. But yeah, this is just one of the weird little things that kind of went on today when Epic Games added the brand new challenges and quests to the game and everything else. The summer event still hasn't started as of yet. We still have like a few weeks to go before anything really starts kicking off with Fortnite. So it is nice to see how we're getting this small little drip of content over time, but also nice to see how they're pulling stuff off that allows us to theorize during this time when there isn't really any updates by having things like a mysterious cloaked figure known as the Wanderer just appearing and disappearing from the void every so often. But until next time, hope champs and champions enjoyed today's YouTube video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, or feel free to wander off until another video. And until next time, peace out.